Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I want to bring you a chit chat get ready with me. Now we're transitioning into the fall season and I was very inspired to come up with a fall inspired look. I don't have quite a look in mind yet, so I figured it would be fun to kind of get to play around with some of my shadows. So I already have my skincare on my face. Priming my face with my NYX Pore Filler. Really like it. I've been kind of playing with it for about a week now, and it's really good to fill out all the pores. If you have big pores like I do, especially around my nose and cheek area, I'll be using my L'Oreal Maybelline Pro Matte foundation in 105. It's got such really good high coverage for a drugstore foundation, and it's really good for people who have really oily skin. I'm going to go ahead and apply this foundation with my Sigma Round Kabuki F82 brush, and this is what it looks like. So I'll just go ahead, I put some on the back of my hand, and then I like to work with this foundation in portions because it dries really fast, and I noticed that if you don't work kind of fast, then it'll give you patchiness. Currently it's Sunday. It's a lazy Sunday for us here at our house. We don't have much planned for today. We're probably gonna go grocery shopping in a bit, and then I know my husband wants to go out for sushi for lunch, so we're probably gonna end up doing that. But I figured I'd film a little video for you guys. My husband and I last weekend filmed a My Husband Does My Makeup challenge, and it was hilarious. So next I'm gonna go in with my concealer to conceal underneath my under eye. And this is one of my holy grail concealers. I love this. This is like $3. It's the e.l.f. concealer. e.l.f. I guess it doesn't even really have a name, so it's by e.l.f. I like to use it in light. It's so good. So I'm just gonna go ahead. It's got a little doe foot applicator. So I usually like to kind of go in and swipe. It's pretty high coverage, and you'll see in a minute it'll make like that darkness go away. But I like to go in and buff it out with my ring finger, so I'll go ahead and do that. I feel like it warms up the product. I love this concealer. Okay, so then we're just gonna go and tap this guy out. To set my concealer, I love using the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder, and this is in translucent. So this is what I love to use to set my under eye concealer. I like it because it's like $3. You could buy it at like Target or wherever they sell this NYC brand. I love it because it's super finely milled, so it doesn't like cake up on the under eye area. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the Royal and Langnickel Highlight and Glow Brush. I guess this is a highlighting brush, but I like to use it for my under eye because it's like the perfect size. So usually what I like to do is, when I open it, there's usually product on the lid, and I'll kind of pack my brush. We're almost gonna bake, but not quite. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set my under eye concealer so that it doesn't crease up. And this stuff is the best. I love it. So now that we've set our under eye, I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of my face, and I've been really loving this Physicians Formula mineral wear talc-free mineral airbrushing pressed powder with SPF 30 broad spectrum sunscreen in the color beige. This is what it looks like. It gives you that beautiful blurred look. I love it. It's such a good setting powder. It's just powder brush. It doesn't have like a name brand or anything. I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of my brush, and then I'm gonna go ahead and kind of start powdering all over my face, and I'll just go and remove that extra setting powder from my under eye so that you don't have that white cast like I do on this side. And then I love this stuff. So I'm gonna use my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Espresso. This is a really good brow item, or brow pencil. Do the outline of my brows with that, and then I'm gonna go in with my NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade in Brunette. That's what it looks like. Tame and Frame, I'm gonna use my Sedona Lace EB27 brush. And it's just this little brow brush. It's got a spoolie on one end, and then it's got a super fine tip. And this is the one I used yesterday. I'm gonna go ahead and brush through my brows to kind of put all my little hairs in place. I will go ahead and start on the bottom of my brow. I'll start kind of mapping out where I want my brow, or the shape of it. Load up my brush to where I don't have to keep dipping in. I'll just use whatever I have on my brush to fill the rest of my brow in, especially once it gets towards the front of the brow. Like I was saying, I like to keep it a little bit more on the sparse. Alright, now I have both of my eyebrows filled in. So now that I have my eyebrows filled in, I'm going to go ahead and set all of my little hairs with this Hot Makeup Tint and Set brow mascara in Brunette. So this is what it looks like. If you look at it, it has almost like gold shimmer in it. It's so cool. My little hairs like to stray every once in a while. So I'll go ahead and comb that through, especially on the end. Okay, now that we've done that, we are going to move to eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes. I'm gonna use the LA Girl Pro Primer HD High Definition Eyeshadow Primer, and I think this one's a nude. Yes, nude. This is what it looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that all over my eyelid and blend it out. I want to use my Melt Rust Stack. This is what it looks like. So it's got all these like different colors. So I want to use some of these, and then I know for sure as one of the main lid colors, I want to use some of my Makeup Geek shadows. I either want to do this one, which is Untamed. This is a foil shadow. It's so beautiful. Or I want to do this other one, Fortune Teller. So I'm going to start off with the transition color. For those of you new subbies who aren't really familiar with eyeshadow placement, a transition color is basically what it sounds like, a transition color. So a transition color will go usually right here, right where your natural socket is, and that kind of serves as like a transition color basically, so you can transition the rest of your eyeshadows up into it, and it creates this nice like gradient look. Melt Stack. Oh, and by the way, if you're trying to do a look like this, you don't have to go out and buy all this makeup. You can use similar eyeshadow. I'm gonna go into my Melt Stack. I am gonna go into this peachy shade, which is called Antique. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this Antique shadow on a Delium Tool 781. Load up my brush and just take off the excess, and then we'll go into our socket and just kind of start carving out where our natural eye crease is. I can't get it together today, guys. So I just bought my IMATS tickets. For those of you who don't know, IMATS is this huge like makeup trade show convention type of thing. My sister and I have been going now for 4 years, 4 or 5 years. Yeah, we go every year, and so we finally bought our tickets. So then I'm just gonna go in with like a blending brush and kind of diffuse that color, like so that you don't have a harsh line. I'm gonna take my Delium Tool 785 blending brush with no powder on it, and I'm just gonna kind of run it across so that there isn't a harsh line. So like in the winter we have IMATS that we go to, and then we've been going to Fame Expo, which is kind of similar to IMATS. So I'm gonna use Frappe by Makeup Geek. This is what it looked like. It's just like a medium tone brown. And I'm gonna take that same brush, kind of put that shade like right underneath the transition shade. So this will kind of give it a little bit more dimension. This will kind of start warming up that crease. Go back in with that same blending brush and just make sure those colors are diffused. And then we're gonna go back from our melt stack, we're gonna use the Rust shade. It's this beautiful rust color, perfect for fall and winter. So I'm gonna take that same brush and we're gonna start darkening the outer corner, the outer V, as we like to call it. Yes, you see where we're going here? Yes, yes, rust, come through, come through. I always do my eye makeup so much better on one eye than the other. I don't know why. I think it's maybe because like since I'm right-handed, my right eye, like the movement is more natural than I'm like I've just learned to accept that the right side of my face always looks awesome compared to the left. The center part of the lid. I haven't placed anything because we're gonna put some shadow there, some foiled shadow. Fix Plus, a flat shader brush. It could be any one. This one I use for concealer. Untamed. Yes, come through, foiled shadow, come through. I'm gonna wet my brush. I love using the Makeup Geek foil shadows wet because it gives it that metallic look. So then I'll kind of fan it out so it's not so wet, and then I'm going to go into the shadow. And then we're going to pack it on the lid. Oh, I'm going to cry. You can use water, like you don't have to use like Fix Plus, but I have Fix Plus. If you have like water or shoot, even like eye drops, it'll work. So I'm not, if you notice, I'm not taking the foil shadow like all the way to the side, to the outer corner of my eye. It's just, I'm mostly focusing it like right in this area, because we still want to keep that darkened outer V. I'm gonna take the primer again and I'm gonna run it on my bottom lash line. Oh, we can use like a little pencil brush. This is from the Sonia Kashuk last year's holiday collection, but you can take any like little brush with the little pencil type end to smudge shadow. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm taking some of that rust color and I'm running it on the lower lash line. You can go back in and kind of blend it out so that there isn't a harsh edge. And I'm gonna start contouring my face. I'm gonna use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I mostly like using this one and this one since they're a little bit more cooler toned to contour my face. The Real Techniques contour brush. It's like a little dome brush. And so what I usually do is I go back and forth between these two colors and then I contour. So we did contour our blush. Today I'm going to be using this Beauty by Chanel. It's the Chanel blush in Alizane, 260 Alizane. So that's what it's called. You can see me right there. Look how beautiful it is. It's so beautiful. It's like a mauve color. And then I'm going to be taking my Delium blush tool, spelling it in 942. It's got a little slant to it, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab some of this, and then I'm going to put it on my cheeks. And then I'm going to go in with my mascara. I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. I like that. It gets into my tiny little non-existent lashes. Look how scary I look right now. I actually saw Young Wild and Polish's video about the little trick she does for tucking in an eyelash like into your bottom lash line, and I tried it yesterday for the first time and I really like the effect that I got from it. So I'm just waiting for my mascara to dry and then I will teach you how to do that. Trusty old Becca highlight in Opal. I love this. This is like my ride or die. Look, I've almost hit pan on it. Totally forgot. And then I'm gonna take my Eco Tools highlighting fan brush, and I'm gonna get some highlight on my brush. Okay. Yes. Come through, highlight. Come through. My Cupid's bow. I think my mascara should be pretty dry now. So what I did yesterday, I grabbed a pair of my favorite lashes, which are the Red Cherry Demi Wispies. This is what the packaging looks like. I grabbed one of them and I cut the end. I cut the end in the middle. So this is the beginning of the lash down here. And so what it looks like is, this is what it looks like after I've cut it. This. And this, I'm gonna go ahead and stick it just like that. So I grab a pair of tweezers, and then I'm grabbing my clear eyelash adhesive. This one's by Kiss. This one's really good. And I like this adhesive because it comes with a little like wand applicator. And so what I do is at the very so when you apply regular lashes, you would apply like right in the band, but these, since we're sticking these up into our waterline, the adhesive has to go like, it has to go up on top on the band. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Sorry, they have little hairs. Okay, there we go. I don't know if you can see that. I'm applying, no, probably not, but I'm applying the adhesive right on the very top of the lash band, not on the side, on the very top. I usually kind of wait a little bit more. Okay, so this is gonna be kind of hard, but So what I do is I just go ahead and place the lash right underneath my lash line. So like at the root where my natural lashes grow. Gotta fan it. I usually just kind of dance around. If I was getting ready and like not filming, then I would just dance around. Okay, so do you see that? Do you see the big difference it makes? It just gives you like that lift at the end of your eye, which I really like because I have downturned eyes anyway. And I feel like if you do this little trick, like it almost looks like you have a wing. You know what I'm saying? Because it lifts your eye up. So then for my lippy today, I am going to go ahead and line my lips with the Jordana Easy liner for lips. Retractable pencil in Rockin' Rose. That's what it looks like. Go ahead and fill in my lip with the CoverGirl Katy Perry collection, matte collection in Cat Tour. And then it's so cute, it has little cat ears. And then I'll just go ahead and line my lips. I love these lipsticks, they're so pretty. And fill in the rest of my brows. My lips. God. I wore this lipstick yesterday too. And there we go. That is our final fall inspired look. It only took about 2 hours. What do we think, people? What do we think? You like it? I got my little like lumberjack flannel on. It's got like little sequins. What do you think? You like? Well guys, thanks for hanging out with me. It was fun getting to chit chat. Thank you for tuning in, and comment, like, and subscribe down below. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, just let me know. If you have any video requests, comment down below, let me know, and I'd be more than happy to film that for you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.